That's 10. That's that's people. The class. Eh? Mama mentioned Mama. Aku juga. Sisi.
What about now?
Oh, can
you guys hear me now? The person must mute their mic. I'll have to mute these people. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to find out who that is so I can mute them. Yeah, I'm trying to mute everyone. There's just one person who isn't muted. Okay, I think everyone's muted. Wait, I can see that person.
Let's remove the person.
Mama.
Can you please just remove the person making this noise?
I'm saying.
Hey,
Yeah, I muted the person. Okay, wait. Okay, everyone's muted. As far as I know, everyone's muted. I think it's Caesar. Yeah, guys, please, Caesar's iPhone, please mute your mic. Because you're holding back for everyone. Please, let's all cooperate so we can have a nice session. So we can know the vibes. Everyone, please cooperate. Just mute your mic. Okay, I'm muting everyone one by one. We have 40 minutes unless, nah, it's not the pro version. So that's the thing. So let's get straight into it. Let me just share screen. Okay, there we go. You guys should be able to see this. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see my screen with indices and everything?
Yes, we can.
No, type answer in the chat. Don't switch on your mic, please. All right, so everyone can see the screen. Also, Concha, we can see. Okay, sharp. Okay. So let's get straight into everything. Okay, I'm gonna close the chat thing so I can focus. All right, so let's get started. So as all of you guys know, we use the, let me close this. We use the Trendline trading strategy, right? I'm gonna get straight into this, guys. We use the Trendline trading strategy, and with the Trendline trading strategy, we have to first wait, hold up. When you get to that drawing board thing. 1 second. Okay, yeah. Can everyone see the screen? Can everyone see the screen? Can everyone see this? The blue drawing.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. So guys, as you all know, the trendline trading strategy, we have higher lows. Okay, for an uptrend, we have higher highs and higher lows, right? So let me just draw this in. Let me close the chat. Let me remove this thing. All right, so as you all know, this is an upward trend line, right? Upward trend line, we have the lows, like, going up. So example would be like this, right? Drawing is not the best, so ish, because I'd have to excuse me, right? So this right here, guys, this is a higher low. Like the best way to remember this is that the lows are like, going higher, right? And these are higher highs, and the best way to remember this, it might sound self-explanatory, but these are like higher highs, like they're going up. Hey, someone's drawing here. Okay, sharp. So this is a higher low, guys. A higher low. Yo, let's see, whatever. Higher low. The higher low. This is a higher high. Let me just do it like this. Higher high. Right. So basically, guys, when it comes to connecting our trend line, we connect our trend line on the lows, right, and the highs. So let me just choose a different color. Or can I use a line? So the red line is our trend line, right? So like I'm literally going to break it down. And you guys, please stop drawing. I don't know how to prohibit this drawing thing now. Like if you fool around, you're only going to waste time So please, guys, remove all this drawing that you guys have here. As I just cleared it. Okay, sharp. So you guys know that, okay, we connect our trend line. So this is like an upward trend line, right? To break it down to the core, this is how it is, guys. This is literally, if you open your chart right now, you'll see that an upward trend line looks exactly like this. An uptrend looks exactly like this, guys. And we simply connect our trend line on the lows, right? And we all know that we wait for 2 touches, right? So let's say, for example, this did not happen, right? So we have our first low and our second low, right? And we'll draw it, stretch it until we get our third touch on the trend line, right? So the same for the parallel trend line, guys, exactly like this. We connected on the highs. We connected exactly on the highs, you know? So like to break it down to the core, guys, this is how we trade, you know, and we enter on the third touch. So for example, well, we're in an uptrend. So we first wait for this low to form and a second low. Once we see that we have a second low, we'll patiently wait for the market to come down to test our upward trend line on the third low. We'll wait for our third higher low to form, right? And then after that, the market pushes up. So let me just show you guys a pure example of what I'm talking about. Let me just show you guys example of what I'm talking about. Let's see if it's here. 1, 2, okay. I'm gonna get my tools. So guys, as I said, here's a pure example. Let me get a brush. So as you can see, this is our first higher low. This will be our second, and here's our third right there, right? This is on the daily time frame, right? Just see like, so you guys see the bigger picture, right? So we can all see that we had our first higher low, second higher low, and our third, right?
Oh, sorry, Bandile, we cannot see anything.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
okay.
you, bro.
All right, please mute. Okay, so basically, okay, yeah, I wasn't sharing, my bad, guys. But as I was saying, is that we have our first higher low here, right, and our second. So we'll connect our trend line and we'll simply wait for the market to come down to retrace and touch our trend line for the third touch, right? Creating our third higher low, right? So as you can see, we have our first higher low, second higher low, and our third one, right? That's like to break it down for like a beginner trader. That's how we could explain the strategy, right? So let me just remove all this and just show you guys again. So like I said, like I drew on the whiteboard, I drew our higher lows and our higher highs, right? So this one is kind of hard. It's kind of hard, right? You could say this is a higher low. Okay, I'm not gonna write everything because it's gonna waste time. I'm just gonna circle it. So here's our first higher low. This is our second, right? And you could say this is a higher high. Here's another higher high. This one too, as well as this one, right? But because we know that we're in an uptrend, we want to connect our trend line on the lows, right? So exactly like this. Exactly like this. I'm just repeating just in case my mic was muted and you guys didn't hear the first time, right? So we have our two lows, right? So we'll simply wait for the market to, we have our two lows and we have our trend line, right? So we'll simply wait for the market. Let's say we see it when the market is here, right? We'll simply wait for the market to retrace all the way down to our trend line, right? To close above the trend line. Remember, guys, the key to entering trades is waiting to see how the candle closes, right? Main confirmation is if the candlestick closes above, right? And as you can see, this candle closed above. So we would have entered, our buy entry would have been somewhere over here, right? And as you can see, shot all the way up. And our take profit would be the previous higher high, which would be the zone over here, right? Let me just draw this in properly. So it would be this higher high over here. Remember, like I said, there's higher lows and higher highs, higher lows, higher high. Take profit is always, guys, the higher high, you know, because this is the zone that the market is most likely to reverse at, you know. Just to be safe, we always set our take profit to be here, you know. And for beginners, I suggest you guys to set your take profits to here. I'm sure a lot of people can relate when I say that you've entered a trade, it's been in deep profits, but then it just goes back down to your entry point, you know. So to avoid situations like those, like let's just look at it from here. Let's say you entered here, right? And you didn't set a take profits. And let's say you even look at your phone for like, because this is the daily time frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just say 2 weeks, right? Something has been you're busy with exams, you won't took your phone, right? So you entered here. Take profits are important, guys, because your trades close like automatically, you know. So let's say you didn't take profits. Let's say you have that greedy mindset, right? You entered right here. You would have been in deep profits, but remember, you're not checking because your mom took your phone because of exams, right? And then let's say 2 weeks later, you come back and you see your trade right over here, right? You're going to be extremely upset because you literally let this money go, you know, whereas if you entered the trade before your mom took your phone, you would have, like your take profit would have hit, you know, and you would have made money. It's better than nothing, you know. So as traders, guys, we need to, how do I say this? Rather stick to secure, like, you know, secure your profits basically. Rather stick to guaranteed money because you never know, like, why wouldn't you say to take profit here? You know, like it's like not be greedy, you know. I can see everything is doing on the side. Maybe it's when it's working. I don't know. Okay, so guys, take profits, guys. Take profits are extremely important, guys. Take profits are always your previous high, guys. Always your previous high. Let's say you entered, let's say now, okay, let me just remove all this. So I want to show you guys another entry point with the same trend line, right? So you can see that we have our first low, second, and third, right? Okay, this trade has already been like, you know, finalized. We made money, we got our third touch, we closed, take profit hits, right? So like I always say, we'll wait for the, oh, my bad. We'll wait for the fourth touch now, right? We'll wait for the fourth touch. And this is actually a really good example. Because not always guaranteed that your take profit will be hit. Okay, so wait to see you have a first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth, right here. And like I said in the beginning, it's always important to wait for our candle to close. As you can see, it closed above. Our entry point would have been exactly like right about over here, right? Closed above, and our take profit would be this high over here. Would be like on the wicks. Let me just go down to H4 so we can see it clearly. Okay, this is actually a perfect example because you can actually see there was a fake out. And I'm going to explain that because a lot of people get confused when it comes to fake outs, right? So remember, guys, on the daily time frame, this is just the wick, right? I'm not so sure if you guys saw that, but let me just quickly show you guys. I don't want to go too fast and leave people behind. Let me just quickly. Yeah. Hold up. Oh, yeah, it is. So guys, on the daily time frame, remember it's a wick, right? This is why, guys, you never rush into trades. Never rush into trades. I personally always wait for the daily time frame, the daily candle closure, right? So you can see daily time frame it closed above, right? However, let's say you weren't really looking at the daily time frame. You're looking at it straight from H4. Okay, sure, you would have connected your trend line. I can actually see that our third touch was actually right over here. So let me just delete this. Let's just draw in our trend line again. So we have touch number 1, touch number 2, right? We'll simply wait for the third touch, right? Which is over here, right? So here's our first high low, second, and then we have our upward trend line and we'll simply wait for the third. Also the third, look, there you go. Let me just put this arrow. Yeah, so after the third, there you go. You can see that it shot all the way up. And yes, like I said, our take profit will be here, right? Right here. So now I'm going to explain something else. I'm sure you guys noticed that even me myself, I opened like 10 trades with like 0.01, you know. The reason I do that is because each trade has different targets, right? So obviously the first couple of trades, let's say out of the 10 trades, I'll have 6 of those trades. Like the first take profit would be this high, you know, it would be this high because I know that it's like, you know, guaranteed to reach there. And the rest of the trades won't really have a take profit, right? So first trade, let me just draw this in correctly. I'm also going to explain stop losses. So first trade, this would be a take profit, right? Take profit would have been smashed. But remember, I have those other running 4 trades right? So the six trades, take profit smashed, right? And I know that, okay, I've secured money, you know, so just to let the market run and see if I could make more, I'll let the other 4 trades run with no take profits, right? However, I will keep trailing them, right? I'll literally just keep monitoring. That's when I'd actually monitor the markets. I'll keep monitoring. I'll just delete this. I'll keep monitoring, guys, right? So the next target for the other 4 trades would be this over here, right? That's actually went too fast. It would be this low. So the first one would be this low, right? So when setting, I'd know that, okay, the market will come to this low and then possibly resist off here, you know? So then that would be my next target, you know? So that would be TP2. I'm sure you've noticed, if you guys have been in signal groups, the signal provider usually sends CP1, CP2, TP3, just, you know, for these, this exact reason, right? To let like the market run more and you could try and maximize your profits. However, guys, you want to secure 80% of your profits from those running trades. So like I said, out of those 10 trades, 6 of them will have like, you know, take profits, which will be right here, you know, and in the other 4, I'll let them run. They say out of the 4, 2 of the trades, this is a TP2 for the 2 trades, and then this will be TP3 for the other 2 trades, right? So then we'd eventually close here because you don't want to have more than 3 TPs, right? For beginners, I suggest TP1, especially a small account, just TP1, just to be safe, you know. You'll make more money on the 4th touch, right? So you can see our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, right? So let me just expand our trend line. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, right? And like I said, guys, it's important to expand. A lot of people actually sleep on this expanding thing. Like the same trend line can make you so much money. You can make you money like 10 times, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can see first touch, 2nd touch, 3rd touch, right? After the 3rd touch, we're obviously going to anticipate a 4th touch. And here it is right here. You can see that these candles closed above our trend line. You can see that these candlesticks closed above our trend line, right? So this will be our confirmation to enter. Hold up, put the wrong one. Hold up. So this would be our confirmation to enter. Would enter roundabout over here, right? And like I said, first take profit would be the previous high, which is this one over here, right? So as you can see, TP1 would have been hit, right? TP2 would be this high over here, be that high over there. So let's say you open 10 trades again, maybe let's say 8 of those ones, you set up, like, you know, you set this as your first TP. So you know, like, okay, those 8 trades, you know, you banked money, your account is growing, your balance is growing, you know, like that adds to your balance, the profits added to your balance, right? So you can risk and let those other 2 trades run, you know, and as you can see, the risk paid off. TP2 would have been hit. You know, we wouldn't really have a TP3 in this case because like it's really the 3rd nearest high is pretty far. Yeah, it's like all the way here, and you wouldn't want to risk that much, you know. And as you can actually see, it actually reversed back down for 5th. Let me see. Let me just do this. You can actually see that the market reversed down for 3, 4, 5th touch on the trend line, right? So yeah, guys, just sit over TP1, TP2. If you don't see for TP3, right? Let's say if you don't see the high, a near high, just rather sit over TP1 and TP2, you know. So let me just delete this now. I'm literally just running you guys through trades I would have taken. Let me just check the chat quick. So do you guys understand so far? Are you guys like understanding so far? Just type in the chat. Don't unmute your mic. Just type in the chat if you're understanding so far. Makes sense, bro. All right, so guys, like literally there's no need to complicate this thing. Like I always say in the videos, TP, like I always say in the videos, guys, yes, daddy, what the fuck? Like I always say in the videos, guys, See, like third touch, guys. It's the third touch, third touch, third touch, third touch. Okay, let me close the chat. Yeah, bro, understand. It's Cam closing the chat. Right, so you can see that we've made from the same trend line, guys. We entered our first trade over here, second and third. Like our accounts is growing, guys. So we can be a bit, we can risk a bit more and enter more trades. You know, remember, guys, this requires a lot of patience. I mean, having to watch, like, this is the daily time frame. Oh, okay, it's H4. Each candlestick here, guys, is literally 4 hours. You know, I can always preach, guys, that Forex, like, requires patience, guys. Requires patience. So we have, if I just keep losing counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 touches on our trend line, right? Obviously, okay, let's say we open the chart and the market is here and we have drawn this upward trend line. We're obviously going to wait for the market to retrace down to our trend line, right? So, like I said in the beginning, guys, I'll always wait for the daily candle, like, to close, right? I always want to see how the daily candle closes, right? Like, the guys need to have patience and wait for the daily candle closure, because that way you don't get caught in trades early. You know, let's say you're looking at this like on H4, right? This is actually a really, really good example. Let's say you're looking at this on H4, right? This is a mistake I used to make when I was a beginner. You would have seen this candle right here. You would have seen it close above the trend line, right? You would have seen this candle close above the trend line and you would be like, H4 candle closed above, I'm entering, right? So you'd enter your trade. The take profit, guys, take profit's always below the lows, just a bit below the lows, you know? And then, I mean, the stop loss would be always below the lows and our take profit would be the high, like I said. Actually use this one over here, right? So this would have been, to any other trader, this would have looked like an ordinary trade. H4 candle closed above our trend line. Trend line is respected. Let me enter. Boom. See the stop hands, guys. It's a fake out. Because the market, guys, like, the market makers know that everybody is looking at this setup, you know. So they'll stop you out, blow your guys' accounts, and then you can actually see. So let's say you were stopped out, right? Okay, accounts is blown at this point. All the way down here, accounts is blown for sure with no stop loss, right? So now you close, you mad, right? Let's say like a couple of days later, you come back and you actually see the trade is going in your favor, and you ask yourself, what did you do? What did you ask yourself, what did you do wrong? Like, I won't say this is something wrong, but what you could have done is you could have waited for the daily candle to close. You could have waited for your daily candle to close. Right here. See, guys, if only you waited for the daily candle to close, you wouldn't have gotten like caught in this fake out. Right. So let's say you entered exactly at midnight. So you see this. Let me just delete it so it's clear. I'll draw it again. If you entered exactly on midnight, so you saw, like, if you're watching from the daily time frame, you literally see all this movement happening, right? And then 12 o'clock, boom, new candle forms, right? And you're like, okay, this candle closed above and it actually rejects it strong. Yeah, proper. You enter right there. You would have made decent money. Decent. So we just said we had a resistance there, which was somewhere over here. Yeah, TP would have been hit. Take profit would have been hit, guys. So what I'm basically trying to say is that you need to wait for the daily candle. You need to wait for the daily candle to close, guys, for confirmation, extra confirmation. This way, you don't get into trades too early, because I'm sure you guys do notice that there are these spikes and the market does it, guys. Market spikes. So are we just entering using candles? No other strategy. Guys, we literally read candles. You need to be able to read candles. You need to be able to read candles. There's a book that I actually got when I started trading. That book helped me, and I did include it with the books that I sent. That candlestick Bible, guys. That because nobody can teach you candles. Only you, like, you know, can teach yourself candles. Like, all the information is in front of you. It's not like this, you know. So as I was saying, guys, what most mentors don't teach is that you need to wait for the daily candle, daily yeah, the daily time frame candle to close, right? Because I mean, literally, guys, I swear, if only you can go back in time to 27 May and ask and see people's trading history, guys, a lot of people made a loss or blew their accounts just from this trick, you know. So, guys, to prevent you from falling victim of this, please wait for the daily time frame candle, the daily closure, guys. So you guys understanding this tip that I'm giving out. Not a lot of mentors give this out. Are you guys understanding? I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat. Are you guys understanding? Let me open this. Are you guys understanding? Are you guys understanding? Yes, 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 yes. Proper, yes, yes, yes. You know the vibes. Yeah, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. All right, so let's carry on. I'm glad everyone's understanding so far. Do you mean when you mean the day one D1 closure, do you mean we wait for the daily to close in order to enter? Yes, 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 yes. I'm sure you guys noticed that in the group, 2 days could go by without me sending a setup. 2 days could go by because I'm just waiting to see, like, you know, how the market, how the daily candle closes. So this means that we may start trading on Tuesday. What do you mean? Okay, anyways, let's get going, right? So guys, like I said, we use the trend line trading strategy, right? Either the trend line is suspected, one or two things could happen. Either if I want to go to that whiteboard, but I'm gonna get lost here. Either one or two things could happen. The market could respect the trend line, like it's been doing here. Respect, like when I say respect, I mean that it closes above the trend line. You know, we can say respect because on the daily time frame we know it closed above, right? So either the market can respect / close above the trend line, or the market can break the trend line, which is this over here, which is this over here. Let me just circle this, which is this over here, right? So guys, if you don't know, I'm sure a lot of people know about the term breakout. So breakout basically means breakout point. Breakout point is basically where the market intersects the trend line, right? So you can see that this trend line here, I mean this candlestick here, closed below, right? Closed below. I'm also pretty sure on the daily time frame it closed below. Let me remove that drawing thing. Okay. Get this arrow. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Let me just zoom in. So guys, like I said, we wait for the daily time frame, right? And as you can see here, the market closed below. It's an uptrend. Market closed below the trend line, right? You can see that closed. The body of the candlestick is below the trend line. Like how do I, the body, guys, like this is the body of a candle, right? And then this is the wick, right? So here we can actually see that the body, this right here, that body where the candle like is full, the body closed below the trend line, right? This is why we do not cut wicks when you join trend lines for these exact situations. So let me show you guys what to do when the market breaks a trend line. This thing. So let me show you guys what to do when we have a trend line breakout. I'm sure you guys know what we do, but let me just not rush and explain. So after a breakout, we always wait for a retest. I'll go to the whiteboard to show you guys, but the screen is going to play games and everything. But let me try draw it here. right? And we have a upward trend here. Oh, this is a failed art. Let's connect. This is pretend, guys, please. Okay. So yeah, over here we'd anticipate that with 1, 2, 3 or 3 touches here, we anticipate the 4th touch, but it closes below, right? What do? You simply wait for the market to retest the trend line, right? Retest, by retest, I mean touch the trend line again. So we'll wait for this. Let me just expand this. Let's pretend that's our trend line, guys. Like, if you don't have time to fix it, please forgive me, right? So this is the candle, right? So it closes below. We're anticipating a 4th touch, but nope, close below. That's the trend line breakout. This is our breakout point and our breakout candle. So you simply wait for the market to retest the broken trend line, right? Once we see that it has touched the trend line, for basics, once we see that it has touched the trend line, we'll simply wait for it to close below the trend line, and then we can enter to sell, right? Because like the breakouts of the trend line is a sign that our upward movement has come to an end. You know, like this trend line is no longer being respected. We can't use this trend line anymore to capitalize off buys because it's been broken. So the opposite is going to happen. It's going to sell, right? So do you guys understand that? Because I know a lot of people don't understand like breakouts and all that. Do you guys understand that? Looking at the chats for like 1 minute. Yeah, yes, sir. All right, so I know the vibes. All right. Do you always wait for the daily candle? Yeah, guys. If you read the textbook, if you read the books, you can you can understand. Yeah. Like, guys, that book, like it's your never only H4, it's H4 sometimes, like really, guys, like barely. Yeah, barely. So do you also wait for the daily to close below after the breakouts? Yes, like I showed you guys, that body. Remember when I was explaining the body of the, can we just go back? Remember when I was explaining the body of that red candle? Where's this thing now? Here it is. Remember when I was explaining the body, guys, you can see that the body actually closed. Body closed below, right? So now let me show you guys the entry points where we would enter. Let me show you guys where we would enter. Just delete this. Okay. This is tiring. Okay. So like I said, guys, remember when I drew that blue fake funny looking trend line? I did explain that, okay, trend line, the market will break below a trend line, close below here, and we'll simply wait for the retest, right? It's actually not clear. Wait for, let me choose. Hey, that's even worse. Hold on. There we go. So we'll wait. Hold on. Hey, this thing's not easy, yo. Finally, I screw those dots, right? So breakouts, wait for a retest. Here is our retest. Remember, guys, I said we will wait for the market to close below. We would wait for it to close below. As you can see, close below. Obviously consolidated a little bit just for the daily candle, right? And straight after that, would have entered sells. Yeah, take profit is just above entry points. That's how stop loss. Sorry, it's just above entry point, guys. Like for stop loss, I just put it just above. So let's say this candle here, close below, would enter somewhere here, right? Would enter somewhere, would enter all the way there. And guys, let me tell you something. Yo, could actually go a bit long. But okay, first take profits would be the nearest low, right here. That would be our first take profit. Remember, our bullish rally has come to an end, right? That would be our first take profit. TP1 would have been smashed, right? We can use this as TP2, but it's not really too solid because remember, it's just a wick, right? But let's just say, you know, you can use this as TP2. Boom. You know, you're really making big money, right? Really making big money. TP3 can be here. So guys, this is why I always say, like, you can't, like, you need patience. You can't expect to make good money, like, based off, like, you know, 24 hours. Like, patience is required. Now I can't see the stop loss. I'm sure you guys know the FOCA 90% rule. That we wait for the market to come down to where our trend line began. Right, so each low is a take profit, guys. Each low, boom. I'm sure you guys are asking yourself, like, if you open the chart, you'd be like, huh, where does like the sell come from? You know, guys, it's because of this retest. If you catch a retest, if you catch a breakout, it's because of this breakout. If you catch a breakout, just when it happens, guys, you must hold that thing, guys. Trust me. This is how I actually got my breakthrough when I was trading currencies. I'm sure you guys saw the interview. I was saying I made 200 a day, but that was just off basic 1, 2. That was just off the basic third touch strategy, right? It's the retest that gave me my breakthrough because I was able to catch the retest just when it happened. I was able to catch the breakout just when it happened, enter on the retest, and I swung it. My mentor, which was leadership, he told me, nah, you must swing. And guys, I swing. I saw the same setup happened. I will show you, but that phone got stolen. That phone got broken. And the trade with the phone with that exact trade got stolen and it wasn't backed up. So yeah, unfortunately. So yeah, guys, I literally swung. So imagine entering here on a 500 Rand account on currencies, right? Entering here, guys, and you literally just swing, guys. Sure, you would have made big money. I'm telling you, big money, guys. So just from that retest, you know, and then obviously along the line, you can connect more trend lines. Now we know that we're not really looking to buy now, you know, like you wouldn't want to look at the market like this, like 1, 2, 3, buy, you know, you want to like use downward trend line. That's because we know that the overall movement of the market now is bearish, looking for sells. So connect trend line 1. So I put the array 1, 2, just see like that. So 1, 2, 3, third size right here, close below. Let me just check on daily. If people are calling in, check on daily. Just make this neater. Yeah, we can see that on the daily time frame, it close below, right? Enter right there. Take profit just above the trend line. I mean, stop loss just above the trend line. Take profits. The nearest low. Excuse me. There we go. It was this one here. My bad. Okay, just delete this. It was this touch here. Remember, guys, 1, 2, 3. So here's our third touch that we are trading close below. So our entry point would be somewhere here. Stop loss just above the trend line. Take profits. Nearest low. As you can see, this trade, guys, TP would have been smashed. TP would have been smashed. third touch rule going hand in hand with the waiting for the daily time frame candle to close and sitting out take profits at the nearest low. See, simple setup. Like, how could you not see this? First touch, second touch, third touch, sell, boom, profits, you know. So yeah, let me just open the chats. The trend line has to be at the end of the week. Yeah, don't cut your trend lines. So you guys understanding all that too. So you guys understanding the breakouts, entering on the breakouts, holding. Are you guys understanding that? Guys understand? Yeah. Right, proper. So you guys are understanding. Yeah. Yes, hey. So yeah, you know the vibes. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm glad you guys are understanding. So yeah. Okay, make an example, but like this is Euro USD. We're analyzing a pair. I didn't realize you had to wait for the daily. Yeah, guys, that's how you avoid getting. Like, just look at this trade. Look at this trade. This trade right here. Imagine you're looking at it on H4 only. Actually, let me just zoom in a bit. I need to buy a mouse. Imagine, guys, you're looking at H4 only. You saw the close. I know I'm repeating this, but guys, this is so important. And that's why I chose this pair, because, you know, it goes like the trend line is respected. And I wanted to give you guys this tip, and it actually happened, you know. So guys, like, imagine you would have seen, okay, close below, closed above, it wicked to closed above the entry point. Yeah, you would have entered hard, you know, been like, it's a good trade. Would have risked only to get your account blown, you know. So literally wait for the daily candle to close. That way you don't get caught in these wicks and stop hunts and everything. Where's this thing? Yeah, right here. We end up being caught if you wait for the daily candle to close. So yeah, guys, that's literally the strategy. And yeah, the reason why Euro USD is still falling is because of this upward trend line, you know. So imagine, like I said, if you caught it on this retest, wow, big money would have been made. A lot of money would have been made. Entry points, let me just go over this briefly. Let's say you missed that entry point. Let's say you missed that sell. Let's say you missed the retest, right? For extra entries, guys, this is the only time I'll use support and resistance. Someone's mic, please mute your mic. This is the only time I would use like support and resistance, guys. So let's say you missed that retest, right? I would use the lows. So obviously I obviously know that the market is gonna break past the lows, right? I'm not gonna break past the lows, right? But there's something that usually happens. After the breakouts of the lows, there's a minor retest. Right here. Just like that. You can see there's a minor retest. So this would have been an entry point, you know. This would have been an entry, wrong way. The shorts, yeah. This would have been an entry point. Or points where you actually would have added. I'm sure you guys noticed that some of my trades I add, like you'll see in the first position we have like 500 Rand profits, the second we have like 200 Rand profits. That's because the second trade has been added, you know, it's a scale, I scaled in. Right. So I also want to show you guys something, for more entry points. This is something most mentors don't teach. For more entry points, remember, like I said, we look at the bigger time frame, you know, bigger picture. So we know that, okay, from this point here, we're expecting sales, right? every single retracement, guys, is literally a trend line forming, right? And we know that it's gonna break that trend line. So we do something like that. So you can see here, we have touch one. So I'm literally breaking my rules. I cut the wick, sorry. We have touch one and touch two. Here's touch two, right? After that, we wait for touch three, which did not happen, broke out, guys. So literally we can draw these counter trend lines for entry points. So here's our entry points. Next entry point is out because our counter trend line has been broken. This is a strategy I use to like scale in and everything, guys, right? So you can see would have made decent money from that. Yeah, too. This one would require us to go on a smaller time frame. You can check, broke. Also here, this low here. Drawing like this. Let's just say like that. Yeah. And this is a retest on the smaller time frame. Close below, retest, enter, scale in, check. Yeah, same here too. Okay, here I obviously would have used the actual downward trend line, like I showed you guys, remember that? If you missed that, you could use the counter trend line. This is only for like advanced. It's like when you understand the basics. I only started using this last year, 2019, whole of 2019, I was just using the simple trend line trading strategy. So yeah, breakout, retest, more sounds, you know, literally scaling in. So yeah. Wait for our retest on H4. Yeah, community where we share ideas and bias of each other. I'll create a Telegram one. I'll definitely create a Telegram one. Don't stress. Yeah, I'll create a Telegram one. Impulse and creative, yeah. Yeah, I just want to use that term to confuse everyone. But guys, literally like those PDFs, like people sleep on those PDFs, guys. Like you see me when I was taught. Ashes taught me, like it was a one-on-one. I had a drawing board and we looked at the charts like this. You know, he literally showed me everything I'm showing you. And this is exactly how I was taught. Just that it was on a different pay and all this didn't happen, but it was similar. He told me the third touch and breakouts and entering trades adding positions on the lows. Literally those three things. Trendline trading strategy, third touch, fourth touch, all that, breakout, retest, entering trades on the lows and entering trades on the counter trend lines. Impulse creation, as you guys say. That's literally, so he told me those things and I was listening, writing notes throughout the session and everything. And he also sent me PDFs and those PDFs helped big time. I mean, look at me now, you know. So yeah, guys, that's we're running out of time. Let me just look at the chat now. Running out of time. So yeah, to break it down, guys, break it down to the basics. How do you trade your stop loss? I literally let me see here. In terms of trading a stop loss, I can't remove this blue thing. Some witchcraft. Oh, someone removed it. In terms of trading my stop loss, guys. Like you see me, like I won't lie to you, I barely trade my stop loss because I have those TP1, TP2 trades, if that makes sense. Let me just show you guys. There we go, yeah, nice and clean. Need to buy a mouse. But guys, remember, like I said, third touch here, I would have entered. First take profit would have been right here, you know. And let's say now, okay, so first take profit. this would have been our first take profits proper now. This would have been our first take profits. And remember, I said I opened, what was the example? 10 trades. Out of the 10, 6 out of the 10 trades, this would be TP1 for 6 of those positions. So I'm left with 4, right? So on the other 4, I'll set my stop loss as this high. You know, how do I say this? You can use each take profit as a stop loss for when you're trailing, you know? So I see that, okay, market is moving all the way up. So I'll set my stop loss for those other 4 positions to be right here. The TP for those 6 positions. Hope I'm making sense. So literally when you want to trade your stop loss, use the previous highs and lows, you know, depending on the trend line, but just use the previous highs and lows. But yeah, I will make a video on that in the group. Let me just see something. Yeah, you see, like even here, I have a trend line breakouts right here, and I'm sure there is a retest on the smaller time frame. So you see here, 1, 2, 3, you know, and breakouts right here. Let me just actually see. Just want to show you guys that retest thing, because trust me, a lot of people didn't understand retest properly, and I lost that trend line. So wait for this thing to load now. Hey, yeah, it looks like we didn't even get the retest. This actually proves that retests unguaranteed. Straight impulse. Yo, we didn't get the retest because of our third touch. You can see first, second, third. Literally shot up. You trail once it has completely broken at a resisted at a previous high or low. Yes. Can you prepare for the week? Guys, I'll send setups. I'll send setups from midnight. Confirmation candlesticks. Do we only focus on dojis and engulfing? Yeah. Please don't forget to create it now. I won't. Please resend. Aight. So yeah, guys. Hope this was recording. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I'm gonna send this out on the group. There won't be market breakdown videos for this week because of this session and analysis on S100. This strategy is easier than it seems. Danko. Let me see. This strategy is easier than it seems. Yeah. No need to complicate things. This strategy is easier than it seems. Yeah, you know the vibes. Simplicity is key. 8 people are now getting out of order. Okay, wait. Let me just NAS 100. Hey, how do I switch this? Oh, there you go. Oh, this is actually mine. Now this is from last week, but let me just delete everything, guys. Okay, so it's saying the same thing. Okay, we obviously connect our trend line on the lows, right? Straight after that, I want to show I want to see something. Yeah, right. So you see, I have touch number 1, touch number. Let me actually connect it properly. I'm running out of, but okay. Touch 1, 2, 3. I literally send the same setup every single week, and then we have our parallel, right? And we're waiting for touch number 3, right? So guys, we can already tell that NAS is going to continue shooting up. That's going to continue shooting up. So from our fourth touch here, that's going to shoot all the way up to our parallel trend line for third touch, then drop down and initially going to play in this channel, right? But let me not think too ahead. Sorry, let me not think too ahead. Okay, so let's go to H4. H4. Okay, this low actually stands out, right? So obviously plot this low here and this like resistance over here. Okay, our previous all-time high was broken, so this is our new high, right? So then connect upward trend line from this low. So one, sorry about that. Okay, so it connects trend line 1, 2, and you can see we actually got a third touch right there, right? After that, okay, let me actually look at this first. 1, 2, 3, third touch. Yeah, actually, no, I didn't give this by out. I wasn't looking at NAS from a bigger picture. My trend line was from here, 1, 2, 3. I'm sure you guys remember that one, but we caught this bar over here because my trend line was drawn like this. So even me, I made a mistake. I was looking at it from like a small picture, you know. But you guys, I'm sure you guys remember this bar over here. Gave that buy out. I wish I saw that. I wish I looked at my trend line. Wish I looked at the chart like this. Okay, so first touch, second touch, third touch would have been our entry points, and yeah, entered would have made money. Take profit would have been somewhere over here. Right, TP would have been hit. Okay, let's focus on what's happening, what's going to happen this week, right? So here's our third touch, fourth touch. Can't really say this is a fifth touch, you know, because we're cutting the candles too much. So to me, NAS hasn't actually touched our trend line yet. So I feel like a lot of people actually bought. Those who are forcing the trend lines like this. Yeah, they're gonna get trapped. But yet again, I could be wrong. This is just my trading style. I hate cutting through the wicks. Right. So I'm obviously expecting NAS to drop a little bit lower to our trend line and then respect off our trend line directly to go up. Initially, there's no other way to look at it. 1, 2, 3. This one, nah, I didn't really touch. This was to trap all the people who thought this was a foot touch. See, those who were forcing the trend lines, they're gonna burn. But yet again, I don't know, it could work. But me personally, I wouldn't be comfortable cutting my trend line. You know, everybody has different strokes for different folks. So yeah, NAS, I'm gonna wait. You can see I have this upward trend line. I'm just gonna wait for NAS to react off our upward trend line. You know, keep it simple, guys. Trend line trading strategy. Take profits will be this high over here. So I actually have my setup. Let's just say it's there. Stop loss, guys, are literally just below my entry point. Just below the low. That should be this low over here. A bit higher actually. And this would be my TP. This would be TP1. This would be TP1. That would be TP1. Unless we'll move up TP1 because we could actually get a double top formation here, right? However, if this zone is broken, that's going to continue going up, right? My other trades, I'll leave them open. Take this as a stop loss, you know. This will be my trailing stop loss. Now, so come down. Let's say like now it retests the zone here, trailing stop loss hits, right? But it is like an entry point, right? The NAS then respects the zone. I'm sure you guys noticed that I love the retest of the highs, you know. So this high here, I'll simply wait for. So I have two buying setups. One would be on the trend line, second would be on the high, right? So I actually want this high to be broken. Wouldn't be looking to sell here because you know NAS is forever bullish, guys. So I want this high to be broken, wait for the retest of the high to continue moving up. I think we should do this on Sundays. We will be the best group ever. A problem is people getting in. That's the problem. And the license is like 30,000 Rand. Let me actually show you guys. This is how much a Zoom license costs. $2,459. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, there won't be any analysis. There won't be any videos tonight. I'll just send the analysis. I'm going to send this analysis actually at like midnight, even 1, because I just want to see how the market's going to move around. So yeah, can you please touch on this psychological part a bit? I guess like psychology. Like, okay, the main reason why people struggle with psychology is because they're trading with money they're unwilling to lose. Like, you guys need to stop trading with your lost 1,000 Rand. And as cold as it might sound, but it's rather save up for 2,000, open 2 different accounts, and you know that, okay, if you blow one account, you're still alive, you know? Like, trading with your lost money, it's bad, guys. You need to know that once you deposit your money into a broker, it's no longer your money, it's the broker's money. Like, you just need to get that into your head that the money is no longer yours. It's left your bank account. It's no longer yours. You just need to work on getting that money back. You need to work on getting that money back. Stop marrying your trade. You trade with your lost money and made a big dough. Nah. If you watch my interview, you'd actually hear me say I opened 3 different accounts. A blue one, second one made, second one was my breakthrough. I literally split my money, birthday money. Go watch the interview, you'll see. So, because literally all along I was trading with my lost money. So what you need to get decent capital so you can open many accounts. And you know that if you blow one account, you find it's not the end of the world, you still have a second account, and the third account, so on. Like, that's why even me, I have like many accounts. Let me show this. See, I don't trade just on one account. That thing is too emotional. Like, now I'm about to go deposit on Vault. I'm about to go deposit 5K for the week. No, 6K, I'm lying. 6K. I'm gonna open 2K. I'm gonna open 3 2K accounts. And those will be my accounts for the week. If I blow one, it's fine. I know I have 2 other accounts. Tips on growing accounts. I thought you were gonna say small. Tips on growing accounts is set daily targets. Set daily targets. Like I said, I used to make 200 Rand a day in currencies. Like, if you're a beginner, guys, please, like, stay away from this. Please, trust me, this is a scam if you're a beginner. But if you know what you're doing, then yeah, you'll be fine. But yeah, guys, I'm thinking of wrapping up the meeting. I want to save this. I want to download it. Would you call yourself an aggressive trader? Not necessarily. I'm decent, like 2K to 10K. I used to be an aggressive trader, but then now I'm developing to like a nice, consistent trader. Because when I was being aggressive, I was losing a lot. Like, I'm sure you guys remember there was a time where I was making like 20K every day, but behind those 20K every day, you could find out that I lost like 30K. So I wasn't being as profitable. I was on and off. But now, being a calm trader, I'm more like, being consistent, and then I can make consistent profits. Like, I take that 6K, it's fine. Make another 6K, it's fine. So just take those 200 Rand every day, and yeah, your life will change. How to grow an account? Set small targets. We just compound the accounts, yeah. But remember, as much as your account is growing, your bank account also needs to grow. Like, let's say you deposit 1,000 and you make 2K. Let's say you deposit 1,000 and you make 1,000 Rand profits. Withdraw like 500 Rand. Withdraw 500 Rand. And the other 500, just let it grow your account. Make another 1,000, withdraw 500. It's just like that. like that. We thank you, bro. Don't forget the group chats, my G. Yeah, I'll make it sometime in the morning. WhatsApp group. WhatsApp will be too hectic. I'll make it on Telegram. Because WhatsApp has a limit to 200. Telegram is fine. Right. I want to take a video. So I'm going to type, I'm going to ask on the video, how did you guys find the session? And then, yeah, you guys just type your honest opinion, right? So let me actually switch on. You guys can switch on your mics, right? Did you guys find the session? Yo,
Lit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
just one at a time.
Yeah, last time.
The session was very effective.
How do you guys
Oh,
find
shout
it?
out, my nigga. Shout out, my nigga.
Yeah, the session was tight, bro.
Oh, wait.
Too much.
I know the vibes always, bro.
You know the vibes. You know the
You know the
vibes.
vibes.
Bandile.
You know the vibes. You know the
You
vibes.
know the vibes.
Right.
Alright,
You
shout
know
out.
the vibes.
Shout out. Shout out, guys.
Yeah.
The last our boy.
The session was fine.
Oh, wait, shout out.
Powerful.
I know the vibes.
Yeah.
The winning team, but the winning.
You know, good session, gents, eh? Good session.
Yeah, Bandile traders.
Oh,
I know
Okay,
the
we
vibes.
had you.
I was
Gents.
hoping.
Good session.
You know, dope session, fire session, good session. You know the vibes. Yeah, guys. All the best for the week.